Hey, this is Brandon Fussell, and this is my podcast, Motivational Messages. I hope this message inspires you, motivates you, and helps you stay connected to God. God puts these messages on my heart, so I'm going to give it to you. Enjoy the message. Hey, what's going on? Hey, look, when you start looking around, and if you watch TV or you listen to your co-workers, or, if you just start paying attention, the world that we live in is so quick to judge others. It's easy to sit back and say, hey man, why didn't you do that? Or you should have done it like this. It's so easy to just sit back and see other people's failures. And, we live in a world that is live, meaning we can't prep, we can't practice on what is going to happen in our lives. So we have to go through life just winging it. And look, everybody's going to make mistakes. We're going to fail. But don't be so quick to judge. Listen, I love watching sports, and I like watching ESPN. And a lot of times you see ex-players on ESPN that's now announcers that's downgrading players. You'll see quarterbacks that is now announcers that they was backup quarterbacks. They was never even good at playing football. They was backup quarterbacks. And when they played in the NFL, they might have had one or two plays here and there, but they was never good. Yes, they was good enough to make it to the NFL, but they are judging players that are starters in the NFL. They are downgrading players like Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, some of the, like Patrick Mahomes. They are downgrading players that they would never be able to compete against. And it trips me out that they're even on TV doing that. So, I can't listen to somebody that was never good enough to even play the sport. And now you're downgrading somebody who's going to be in the Hall of Fame. And then, there's like a lot of coaches that's getting fired. Like, I'm a FSU fan. And yes, the last 4 or 5 years have been bad. Ever since we won the national championship in 2013, it's been downhill ever since. We've had 3 coaches, and it's gonna take a long time to get the program back to where it's winning consistently. Pretty much the fan base wants the coach to start winning right now. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. So then you got the fan base that's judging the coach, saying, hey, you should have done this. You should have put this player in. Why was you running this type of offense? Why was you doing this? You need to be fired. They're calling for him to be fired. But who's going to come into a program as a head coach that knows they only have 1 year to get it right? Nobody is going to come to Florida State or any other college knowing that they only have 1 year to get it right. Because if you don't get it right, you're going to be fired. So the fan base in this situation needs to just calm down and accept the fact that Florida State is young and rebuilding. Don't be calling for a coach to be fired. Because think about your own job. Do you think that you do everything right in your own job? I doubt it. So your boss man probably can fire you every day if he wanted to. Think about your own house. If you are married with kids, think about your wife. Do you think that you do everything right in your marriage? No. So if that's the case, your wife should just leave you, right? Wrong. She's not going to do that because she is sticking with you. So stop complaining. Stop being armchair quarterbacks, because that they're in a position to be the head coach. That's why they have the job. They know what they're doing. It's going to take time. Am I disappointed? Yes. What I'm trying to tell you is, don't be so quick to judge others. As I live my life, I try to do it 100% right. But I know I fail. But I try my best to do everything the best I can. And you know, God probably looks down and knows I try. But he also looks down on me knowing I'm a failure. I'm a sinner. That's why I need Jesus Christ. Because I know that I'm a fail and I know I'm a sin. God probably looks down on us every day, and he can probably just turn his back because he knows that we're no good. But he don't, because he sticks with us and he knows it's going to be better at the end. So, you know, if God can just stay with us all the time, it's us that takes the road that ventures away from God. We're the ones that don't stick with God. God sticks with us. If God can look at us and not judge us, then we need to be the same way. Try to not judge others. And yes, when I watch ESPN, it's entertaining. You know, I do. Sometimes I look at the coaches and I'll say the same thing. You should have done this. You should have done that. But I sit back and say, you know what? Live is live. It's not, we can't practice live and then go out and do it. So, you know, the game plan that these coaches have, when they go into these games, you know, they think that it's going to work exactly like they want it to. But then when they get into the game, they realize that it don't work. And then, you know, you practice all week for it. You can't change it. You have to stick with the game plan and just accept the outcome. And, you know, each game, they game plan for each offense, each defense. So, you know, they have to accept the fact that their game plan was not good enough to win the game. And just like life, you know, when we go through life, we have to game plan each day. We have to game plan each day. And if our game plan don't work that day, guess what? It just don't work out. But pick yourself up and try it again. Don't accept defeat. Try your best to just game plan better, and remember the failures that you had, and game plan for a better day. That's what we need to do. And listen, yes, in our mind we are going to judge, but try to think about what others are going through. Try to imagine if you are in their shoes, what would you do? You know, I'm sure in your life that you have been judged by others and it don't feel good, but try not to judge others. Try to think about if you was in their shoes, what would you do? Because, you know, we have God looking down on us that's thinking the same thing. So that's my lesson for today. That's something that I was just thinking about. God bless each and every one of y'all. Listen to my other podcast episodes and just keep on keeping on. Can't stop, won't stop. Keep on keeping on. God bless y'all. Have a good one.